Now the Pranamaya Kosha is the functional aspect of the Annamaya Kosha. But there are so many activities going on in the body, and that aspect is described as the Pranamaya Kosha. According to the Rishis and Yogis, there is some electrical form of energy. They are not talking about this physical energy which the scientists say. Scientists say because we take food, food is converted to energy, and it is being used by the body for various activities. Energy is necessary. But these people are talking about something else. They are talking about a non-physical energy, electrical form of energy, which performs all the activities. That is, if the person doesn't take food, then also he can survive. He can carry on all the activities according to them. And that energy can be regulated, you can bring it under your control through this pranayama technique and all that. Pranayama, they deal with the breathing process, which is visible. It goes on day in and day out. It goes on in all living things, not only human beings. But who is running it? Oxygen is going in, carbon dioxide is coming out. And the carbon dioxide is not manufactured in the nose. It is not manufactured in the lungs. Lungs are the lightest parts of the human body. All of them will drown if you put it in water. But lungs alone will float. And they are full of air. Air areoles or some parts are there, filled with air. Now anyway, the nose and the lungs are only conduits, that is the passages. But the oxygen which you take in is in the lungs is conveyed into the bloodstream. And the blood, which is the transport system, will carry it to every part of the body. Every part, every nook and corner. You find the blood vessels. In the beginning, at the heart, they are very big. But later on, they branch and branch, rebranch. Tiny, small tubes are formed. Capillaries they are called. The capillaries there in the eye, in the brain, and everywhere in the body. If you get a doubt whether this statement is correct or not, when you have got leisure, take a blade and cut any part where you have got a doubt, and you will find blood clot. That is every part. There are blood vessels. And these blood vessels carry oxygen, which is coming from the nose and the lungs, and the digested food which is in the stomach. All carbohydrates are reduced to glucose. That glucose is transferred to the bloodstream, and it carries and gives it to every part of it, every cell in the body. There are billions of cells. To all of them, it conveys some part of the food. So the food you take, the oxygen you take to the nose, both of them send their molecules. They are all in the molecular forms. Carbohydrate is a molecule, and proteins are molecules, fats are molecules, amino acids are molecules. And glucose is the simplest carbohydrate. And its formula is C6H12O6, that is carbon 6 atoms, H12 that is hydrogen 4 atoms, and oxygen also 6 atoms. They combine together in a particular way to become glucose. And it contains, every molecule contains 670 calories of energy. And this glucose is manufactured directly by the plants wherever there is chlorophyll, green pigment. The chlorophyll has got the mysterious power to capture the solar energy and combine carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide and water are available, really, plenty. But to combine them and form glucose, it is a secret which only the plant cells know. Scientists are unable to do that even now. And it takes only solar energy. It is locked up there. Now in the body, the oxygen molecules go and break down this glucose molecule, and again carbon dioxide and water are formed. Along with it, 670 calories of energy is liberated from every molecule of glucose. So the carbon dioxide which is coming out is formed there, and the glucose is broken down. And carbon dioxide again enters the bloodstream, again through the veins, you find again the thing coming out through the nose. So it's a complicated process, and it requires the cooperation of nose and lungs on one hand, stomach, mouth and all these organs. Who is coordinating all these things? So much of coordination is necessary. And who is doing all this? And there are so many other life activities in the body which require the cooperation of different parts of the body. Hormones are produced in one place, they are transported to another place where they are producing the results. And so also various other enzymes. Now, the question is, who is doing all this so precisely? Exactly the amount necessary is being communicated, and it does its function at a distance, at a place which is away from the place where it is produced. So when you take again, consider all these things, these are all revealed by the scientists, no doubt. And the scientists do not believe in any mysterious power and all that. They say nature is doing all this. But the yogis have been pointing out, there is a mysterious power, intelligent power, because intelligence is necessary for doing all these things. Now, if you want to run a factory, you require a director, you require supervisors and workers, and trained workers, that too, and so on. And who is training these workers here? There are workers, all right. But then must be supervision. There must be a director who will direct the whole show. And who is that? And the yogis say, well, the Atma Shakti is there. And in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna Paramatma is asserting, I am doing it. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate. I am the producer, I am the director also. And if you challenge him, well, challenge him. If he is not there, who is doing it? Are you doing it? Are you a mechanical engineer? Are you a biochemist? Are you a geneticist who can manipulate genes? You know nothing about them. The whole human race was in ignorance till recently. Only 100 years ago, they discovered the various facts regarding the genes. As many as 20 Nobel Prizes have been awarded for discovering various aspects of in different months and different years. It took 100 years for the human beings, scientists, highly trained people in different countries, not in one country. So you find that some mysterious power, highly intelligent, infinite knowledge, and what is more, infinite love. Otherwise, why should all these things occur in your body? He has created 2 kidneys. Each kidney will have millions of nephrons. Nephrons are like sieves. It's a wonder even now. It is impossible. There is nothing in the world which can be compared with the sieve system that is present in the kidneys. That is acknowledged by the scientists themselves. Nothing like the brain, nothing like the heart. An engine which works day in and day out throughout 100 years in the case of human beings. And in the case of all animals, birds and insects, you find wonderful things are happening. And there is no other explanation except this. And so, the yogis have developed methods by which you can directly come into contact with this mysterious power. You can know things automatically. Now, we will talk more about it tomorrow and after tomorrow, but today we will concentrate on this prana shakti and all that. Now, breathing process is there. Oxygen is taken in, carbon dioxide is given out, and goes on regularly. The nose and other structural features are regulating them. And there are separate yoga books which describe about the breathing process. They talk about Surya Nadi and Chandra Nadi. It's in the breathing process take place. It doesn't go this way and that way, no coming. Only one nostril function, not dominantly. And if it is right nostril, they call it Surya Nadi. If it is left nostril, they call it Chandra Nadi. And it seems they influence the brain. The brain has got right brain and left brain, 2 halves. And their function is also different. Right brain is philosophical, useful and all. Whereas left brain is very active, dynamic, ordering and all. And the reverse is the case in the other knowledge. Opposite to left, the right nostril, if it functions very active, is dynamic, according to the yogi. This is according to scientists. And the left brain, Chandranadi, if it is active, it will be more peaceful, opposite the right brain. So there must be a correlation between these things. The left brain function means the right brain is functioning. The right nostril is functioning, breathing is flowing. This should be functioning. And they have tried to verify, and they did find correlation between the activity here and the activity there, the activity here and the activity in the right brain. Anyway, the yogis did not know about the brain, right brain, left brain. And when they discovered that, they said, well, we have found something new. But when the records, you find these people have been talking about it, the right nostril, Dhuri Nadi, Chandra Nadi. So they wonder what is this? And they tried to correlate it. They did find correlation between what the yogis are saying and what the scientists are saying. And they have written separate books. There is what is called Swara Yoga Shastra, Swara Yoga Chintamani, Siva Swara Yoga Manjari, and so on. And there they describe some very interesting things about the breathing process. They have measured the length up to which the breath goes during various activities. When you run actively, and when you sleep, when you take food, and it seems the breathing is changed. Process and the number of breaths, and the yogis claim that the lifespan is measured not in number of years but the number of breaths you breathe. So if you have to live for 50 years, it is not 50 years that counts, it is during the 50 years how many breaths you have made. They have calculated per minute how many breaths and per day how many total. And like that, if you live for 50 years, what is the total number of breaths that person would indulge in? And if we can change that, we can change your life. The yogis claim that they can live for 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, 400 years like that. How can that? And they say this is the way that they can do. They stop breathing for a number of months or 1 year. So 1 year is added to their particular lifespan. So by regulating breathing, they can live for a number of years. And there are people who live like that and have demonstrated that it is so. There are records in the books. And visibly, they are generally not, they do not know about in common people. They will be aloof and they live in a way which all normal people, except those who are interested in Swamy, Yogis, they find them and they in contact with them. But the popular people remaining, there is one recent example is that Trailinga Swami. He lived for 300 years. He was there in Kasi. He was naked. He doesn't wear any clothes, not in Kopit. He used to move about. And Ramakrishna Paramahansa was his contemporary. He came all the way to Varanasi to see him. And he prepared a lot of jalebi and fed him all that he ate. And so many miracles he has performed, many stories. We will discuss some of them during these 7 days. Now I am mentioning it to say that he could live for 300 years. Maybe he is doing some such thing, no breathing at all. And here we just observe the breathing. And in Ramana Maharshi says in the 11th sutra or so, Upadesara, that if you observe the breath, natural, normal breath, the breath will slow down and will stop. You will enter into Kumbhaka state. And the mind will be caught like a bird in the net. So the main purpose is to make the mind still. And this is a mechanical way by which you can do that. And the pranayama methods are described in Hatha Yoga Pradipika. They follow here Hatha Yoga Pradipika. And in some other yoga texts, different methods, and the results which come by those methods, all those things are described. And some of them who want to achieve that samadhi state, they practice some of these methods. And those methods are responsible also for acquiring certain siddhis. Siddhis means certain extraordinary powers. They can live in water for months together. They can go into fire. The fire will not burn them. They can remain in the air. And so on. All these things are described in the yoga books. And now and then we come across yogis, reports in the newspaper, and then I have seen one video which shows the person raising against gravity. For 2 feet he could raise. Stay there for some time, then come down. Only recently, in Andhra Pradesh, he was there. And the ministers and others came and all those photos were there in the video. So even now they are there, but they may not come out into the open and try to demonstrate those things and so on. So what the yogis have discovered so many supernatural phenomena based on their own methods, which regulate the breath, which regulate the body, which regulate the mind, and consequently they acquire some extraordinary powers. They say mind is capable of doing anything and is responsible for all this. But the mind itself is produced by the Atma Parisodhana. It is a small ray, just like the sun ray. Sun is not coming here. He is 15 crore kilometers away. But his sun's rays are coming. They travel. And they give heat and light. And all the energy that is available here on this Earth planet are all derived from the solar heat. The petrol, the coal, etc., they are the products of the forests which were buried under the earth. Inside the earth, enormous heat is there. Thousands of degrees centigrade, they say. And iron is in a melted condition in the earth. And in the case of living beings, the food they take, which is mostly produced by the plants, they capture the solar energy and lock it up in molecules like glucose, and they are being utilized for various food products. Glucose gets transformed to form various carbohydrates, various sugars also. 2 glucose molecules form 1 sucrose molecule. Sucrose is the sugar which you use in the coffee, tea, etc. And so also there are other sugars. They are called, this is 2 molecules, dextrose, triose, pentose, such sugars are there. Where glucose, 5 molecules, 3 molecules, they combine together and form different types of sugars, and so on. And digestion is a process where the reverse takes place. Complex molecules are reduced gradually to simple molecules. That is what is called digestion. And all the idli, the poha and other things, rice, etc., which you eat, are gradually transformed into glucose sugar. Finally in the stomach. From there, it is transported through the bloodstream, which is the transport system. If you measure the total length that is being travelled by our railway system in India, and 6 times that distance is being travelled in the human body by the bloodstream, it seems. So astonishing is the transport system. So precise. It takes carbohydrates. It delivers them to every cell, each according to its requirement. See, brain cells are very, very active, most active. And so more energy is necessary. So more oxygen is supplied there. More food materials are sent there. And less in other parts, each according to its requirements. How does they know? The bloodstream. So some invisible mechanism is there. Now we have got system, the railway system for example, and the lorry services and all that. But so many mistakes. Instead of going to Tirupati, it will go to Madras or something happens. And what happened, something, and then it has to be traced and brought back. Such mistakes occur. No such mistakes occur in the body. Precisely they go, and precise amounts are delivered. Hormones are produced in one place. They travel in the bloodstream only. They go and, for example, hair is produced on the head and so on certain other parts. Suppose it goes to the wrong place. Suppose it goes to the mouth and produces hair there. Now what happens? So a lot of disturbance will take place. Such a thing is not happening. It goes only to the place where the particular result should come. So precise is the activities, various activities of the molecules in the body. So it is a very, very great miracle, the body. And the various organs, their structure is all miraculous, structurally, functionally also. So all this is evidence to say that some mysterious power. Now I was attending one function. I was having this Atma Parisodhana Yoga in an ashram, Sukha Brahma ashram. There they were installing the statue of the founder of that particular ashram. And one Swamy came from some place, Oman, from Karnataka, he came there. And he brought four Sishyas, disciples, to assist him. So one of them, it seems, is an engineering student. And he came one day to me. Because we put in our pamphlet that science and Vedanta will be correlated and so on. So he's seeing that, he came. One day, Swamiji, I am a Brahmin by birth, so I have learned all these slokas, pujas, etc. in my childhood. But I have become a student of engineering. Now I am in the 4th year. And when I have read Bhagavad Gita and all that, I accepted it mechanically. But now after reading all this science and all that, I am getting doubts. Where is this Atma? Where are all these things which are mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita? Is it real? Is it true? Is there any evidence for that? So he is getting doubts about the authenticity of the statements in yoga books and the Bhagavad Gita. Because you are talking about both the things here, I want to know whether this Bhagavad Gita is real and so on. I said, you are, what engineering are you doing? I am mechanical engineer. Now I told him, you see, your skeleton is there inside your body and you got so many joints, they incorporate so many mechanical engineering feats. The ball and socket here, the hinge joint here, and so on. Who made that? Did you make it with your engineering knowledge? And how long since these bodies were made? Since crores of years, long before your engineering colleges came. These were going on. The bodies, the skeletons are being constructed. Here you find certain types of skeletons, but look at the bodies of the birds and the animals, the dinosaurs. They have got also these systems. And who made them? Whoever made them must be having engineering knowledge. Otherwise these things, these joints, etc., cannot be created. And then there is so much of biochemistry. The same thing what I told you just now. Briefly I told him all these things are taking place in the body. Who are doing all this? And what amount of scientific knowledge is necessary for performing these wonderful chemical reactions and so on and so forth. Are you the person? No human being can do all these things. And mysteriously everything is going on in Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna is claiming, I am doing everything. Aham sarvasya prabhu. That is one. In 15th chapter he says, Aham vaisvanaro bhutva praninam deham asvita pranapana samayukta ajamyannam chaturvidam. He is talking so much of biochemistry there and biology in that particular sloka. Recently there was one international conference in Hyderabad last December 2021. And they invited me also there. It is a Science and Spirituality World Parliament of Science and Spirituality. And I took this sloka and explained the biology and biochemistry. Biology and biochemistry in Bhagavad Gita, that is the title of my lecture. And I explained how he is talking about the technique. Pachamyannam chaturvidham, he says. I am digesting 4 types of food, he says. And modern biology says a balanced food, sampurna ahara, complete food, requires 4 things.
Glucose, protein,
yes, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and minerals and vitamins in small quantities. 4 items are necessary for all living things, from bacteria to the whale and elephant. You require these 4 ingredients. Exactly what he is talking about. And he is telling the technique, pranapana samayukta pachamyannam chaturvidam. I am doing Pachanam by combining prana and apana vayu. But people who do not know about science and all that, they interpret it in different ways. They say about Annam Chaturvidham, they say that which is masticated and eaten, that which is swallowed, that which is licked, like that. And since there are 4 types like that, and that is being referred to Krishna. It is absurd, because that will make Krishna only God of human beings or higher animals. What about the other thing? Even plants take food material and digest it. And what about bacteria? What about so many other organisms who do not have these systems which are present in the human being? So if Lord Krishna is Lord Praninam, he is saying. He doesn't say Manavanam. He doesn't say Vaishnavanam, Chakalinam. And he is saying Praninam. In all living things, I am doing Pachanam of the 4 types of food. And he is giving the technique. Prana, Apana, Samayukta. He is doing something with the Prana and Apana. Now generally they interpret Pranavayu, they know already. Apanavayu, they say that which is expelled through the Maladvara. It's absurd. What is that? Combining these two things, what is the result? And so I was just, before that I was just inquiring. And then I came across the sloka, another sloka in 5th chapter. This is in 15th chapter. In that is the Prana Apana Samayukta. Nasabhyantaracharana, he says. Nasabhyantaracharana. Nasa means nose. The prana and apana vayus that are circulating in the nose, he says. That is, oxygen is taken in, carbon dioxide is given out. So, if we take this apana vayu as the carbon dioxide that is given out, it is being expelled, waste product expelled from the body, then it will be correct. Now oxygen is going in. The glucose molecule is coming through the mouth and stomach, and they undergo chemical reaction. The oxygen breaks down the glucose, and on the other side of the equation, you have got carbon dioxide to water in 6 and 70 Kelvin. Now the molecules on this side, oxygen and carbon present in the glucose, the number of atoms here must be equalized with the, that is what is called balancing of the equation, as the chemistry people talk. So, as many atoms here of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, so many atoms are there. Samayukta, Pajamannam Chaturvedham. So like that I interpreted. And there are other slokas also, which are amenable for interpretation in modern science. Anyway, Lord Krishna seems to be knowing something about biochemistry also, and biology. Because he has spoken like that, these complicated things, which now modern biology is speaking about, which was all human beings were ignorant. Even now, those who do not study science will be ignorant. They may be MBA and all that. They may not know anything about biology or biochemistry, and they will be ignorant like any other person will speak. But Krishna is speaking long ago. It was written, and many thousands of years ago he is mentioned that in these similar statements he has made in other parts of the Bhagavad Gita, which are very, very up to date. So what is this body? This body is a hologram. Have you heard the word hologram? Hologram pictures are there, holographic pictures. If you take this and they send laser rays, and again they send another set of laser rays on this particular laser ray, and take a photograph now. And the picture will be such that every part will be the whole. Suppose I make it in 2 parts. There must be half, isn't it? It will not be like that. The whole picture will be there in this half, the whole picture will be there in this half. And suppose this is again divided. Again there will be in each part a whole. And if you make it into 4 or 5 or 10 parts, each part will have the whole. Is anything possible? Well, that is what they have produced already. Hologram they call it. Now the body is a hologram. You take any cell, the whole body, the whole organism is there in the cell. That is what the cloning demonstrates. So there cannot be any doubt about this statement, that this body is a hologram. You cannot challenge that statement, because you have demonstrated it now. You can take one cell from the body of any organism, plant or animal, and they have produced the whole organism by cloning. That means their statement that everything is written in the 30,000 genes in the human body and so also in the nucleus and genes of the other organisms is factually true. They are demonstrating it. Now these are such statements by Vivekananda and others, that the whole universe is in your body. Whole universe. And there is so much of energy, so much energy in the body. And if you know how to tap it, well, enormous energy is there in the atoms. Now they have demonstrated that in the atom there is enormous energy. Atomic energy is there. And there are atoms here, billions of them. And in each atom, enormous space is there. Electrons are moving, just like the planets are moving around the sun. And with great speeds. Great speed. You can't imagine such speeds. And the remaining part is all empty. So tiny are those electrons. And so much space is there inside the atom. And if you take the whole thing into consideration, the whole body is nothing but space. Because ultimately it's made up of atom-like subatomic particles. And the atom is nothing but normal space in which small tiny particles are there, which ultimately are only energy waves or energy fields. That is what the physicists are telling us. If that is true.
In fact, the nucleus, the ratio of nucleus to that electrons is fly to a stadium. That means
Yes.
in the center of a cricket stadium, if it is a fly, that is the nucleus. And the periphery is the cricket stadium.
Enormous space is there inside. That is one small example they give. But unimaginable amount compared to the tiny nature of those electrons and all that inside the atom. So, Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyam, that is the statement in Protoplasm. It is smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest. What this Atma Swarupa? So great, at the same time, so small that invisibly small, like the tiny subatomic particles. So functionally, the breathing process is some miraculous thing, and it has been examined by the scientists on the one side and the yogis also on the other. They have described, and each is saying that it's a wonderful phenomena. What for our purpose here, our main aim is how to still the mind. That is the problem. And there are several methods. This is one of the methods. You just observe the breathing process, normal, natural breathing process, and normal observation. Just turn your mind on that and center it there. If you succeed in doing that, you will see that the breathing slows down. If you know how to count it, you can see the number also reduce. We prepared a chart for that, and we used to give to the participants. Count and put. But some of them don't like that. Some are curious, they like it and do it sincerely. But others are putting some number. Because I can't say which number is right, which number is coming from the nose and which is just a random number. So after seeing that, we stopped there. We are not giving that thing. But we asked them, this is one of the exercises we will do here. You just observe the breathing and see what's happening. If you really and sincerely observe the breath, you will see that it slows down. Just as when you do this Omkara and the Dirgha manner, the breathing comes to a standstill condition. So also here. So breathing process, the number of breaths are important, and your observing or not observing is also important. And if you really observe concentratedly, the breathing process will slow down, and the mental activity simultaneously will slow down. This is the principle, general principle it is. This relationship between the breathing process and the mind. If you stop the mind, the breathing also comes down. Suppose you are now one fellow, one police officer who retired, who went to Aurobindo ashram. After retirement he was going to a different ashram. And there Aurobindo was there, what sir, we are all of police people, we have to go and do this and that, you sit in the ashram and chaos is okay, but what about us? We have to be involved in various activities. Is there no yoga for us? No moksha for us? And Aurobindo laughed at him and said, you look at that fellow. One coolie fellow was carrying the rice grain. He puts the bag on his back walks a few steps and puts it in a storeroom there. If he wants to lift that, he has to stop his breath. Only when he stops his breath, he can lift it. And after walking a few feet, again he has to stop his breath and put it inside. What is he doing? He is doing kumbhaka. What for? To get the cooling. Suppose you go and tell him 50 bags, that means 50 into 2, 100 times he is doing kumbhaka. You are a great yogi, you are doing kumbhaka. If you tell him, what will he say? I don't know about your kumbhaka and all that. I want my coolie. I am going to take the coolie and give to my wife, and she will prepare the ganji. I will have my food. I want my food, that is all. I am not bothered about your yoga, your kumbhaka and all that. He is not bothered. But he has to do yoga in order to get his livelihood. So also, every person who is trying to do any work in a concentrated manner is automatically regulating his breath. He may not know that. He may not talk about yoga, kumbhaka and all that, but he is doing it. If he has to succeed successfully in any field of activity where concentration of mind is necessary, automatically he has to regulate it. The breath gets regulated. You are seeing a TV and the heroine is being taken away by the villain and the hero is running. We don't know whether he will succeed or not. Anxiously he will look at that story. And so anxious that the entire mind is engrossed in that. And if you look at your nose at that time, you will see it was no breathing almost. What's happening? You are doing yoga, seeing the TV. If you want to see a TV in a concentrated manner, any story or anything, well, you have to do kumbhaka. So he pointed out that Aurobindo. See, everybody is doing yoga, only they do not know that they are doing yoga. So also, is Atman and Paramatman are there active, doing you, because it loves you enormously. So much love is necessary to regulate all the things, to create such things, such miraculous organs, and then perform all these life activities such as eating, drinking, breathing and all that. And he is doing it directly in your body, in the bodies of all living things. So you can see how much love it should be there. See, only when there is love, there is service. The mother serves the baby. Why? It is a useless, isn't it? That baby is a useless thing. It doesn't do anything and requires a lot of service. And the mother patiently does everything for that. Why? Love. And love is God. So who is doing it? Mother or the love of the mother? Suppose there is no love in the mother. Will it do anything for the child? It won't. People have sacrificed their lives for the freedom of India. What are they doing? They are loving India. India means people of India. They want freedom for India, it seems. And they sacrifice their lives, their property, everything, families. What for? Love. That is called Desha Bhakti or patriotism. Whatever name you may give it, it is love that is regulating every activity. Vivekananda, I told you already, wrote a poem. After going and going over these experiences, I summarized my experience. And they wrote about love. Love is regulating everything, every activity in this world. And love is God. God means love. And in the form of love, He is making people do all the service activity. Nishkama karma.
You know the poem that he wrote?
He wrote poem on love.
No, the one.
Vivekananda. Satya Sai Baba used to say, start the day with love, fill the day with love, end the day with love. Love is God.
Yes, live in love.
So, God is love, God is energy, God is infinite knowledge. So I told that boy, well, this is the evidence, you are the evidence, your body is the evidence. And the life activities in your body are the evidence of some mysterious power, which they say Atma Shakti, Chaitanya Shakti, Chit Shakti, and so on, Sanskrit terms, which means something which is abstract, which is empty, nothing. Atma means nothing, important. But it is something which appears to be nothing. It is everything but appears, and everywhere, but appears to be nowhere and appears to be nothing. That is the nature of this wonderful thing called Atma Paramatma. It is there in your body. You are the evidence. Your body is the evidence. Your mind also is evidence. If you know what the mind is and its capacities. So in the this Pranamaya Kosha, this is the thing. Another thing is the blood circulation. The heart beats 70 times a minute. And it pushes the blood into that this vessel, blood vessel. And this blood again pushes the blood in front of it. So it is a wave pattern. The previous wave pushes the front one and the front one like that. 70 times per minute, it is making a noise. But we don't know about it. That is what is called pulse. The doctor holds the hand like this, wrist just below the thumb. If you hold it, you can also feel the pulse. Or you hold your fingers here, try it. Just temple here, you will find pulsation. You feel it? Or you want to say, yes sir, to escape my trouble. There are 9 parts it seems, according to medical people, where you can feel the pulsation, here, ankles and so on. Now anyway, if the blood stream is going everywhere and if there is pulsation everywhere in the body, how is it that we are not feeling it? It is my body, my blood vessels, and the pulsation is taking place in every part of my body. 72 times every minute. But I am not aware of it. Because my mind is always extroverted. My mind is accustomed to see gross things only, not subtle things. It has lost that ability. So if we introvert the mind, make it highly concentrated, and just turn my mind towards my hand, my fingers, my heart, I must be able to feel the pulsation. Is it possible? The yogis say it is possible, provided you make your mind introverted and concentrated and pure. But your mind will, wherever it turns, it will know. You have to try that. And I got an instrument called oxypulsometer. And if you just put your finger there, it will show the number of beats of the heart. The heartbeats are shown here. Because every finger, you find the pulsation going on. Only we are not aware of it, but that instrument shows that immediately. As many times as the heart beats. Per minute normal 72, but it may be less, maybe only 50 or 60. That means perhaps it is going to stop and you are going to die. This finger will tell you that. And it may be going on more, it may be 80, 90, and so on. All those things are taking place in every part of the body. Whatever is happening in the heart is happening in the bloodstream, in every part of the body, and you can verify it with that particular experiment, which these people, doctors, make use of. So these two things you have to add for your meditation. One is the observation of the breath. And the other is more subtle because it is invisible, the blood vessels and stream, the pulsation there. That also you must try to recognize just by turning your mind concentratedly to different parts, particularly the palm and the fingertips, because it is soft and perhaps you will easily able to recognize that. Just touch this, you don't feel anything. But when you do all these things, just by touching, you will feel the pulsation, just as you touch here. So these two things we will add. And this bloodstream, etc., I must tell more about it. See, the bloodstream is an extraordinary phenomenon. It not only carries these things, transporting, it has got a system by which it protects the body. There are what are called white blood corpuscles. And these white blood corpuscles, 3 types. Some of them, if any bacteria enters the body, and if enters the bloodstream, it is very dangerous because it will go to every part of the body. So these white butlers, one type, they go and attack directly and try to kill it. But some bacteria don't harm physically. They produce chemicals, poisonous chemicals, which will harm the body. And there is another type of white blood corpuscles, it produces the antibodies, antigens and so on. That is, it knows mysteriously what type of chemical it is. And it produces a counter one also. It knows medical science. And it produces a counter. And this thing will counter. It is something like our people describing the warfare of Puranas, where he sends the Nagastra, and the other man sends Garudastra.
Yes.
He is the Agneastra, that way sends Varunastra, water comes and destroys it. Something like that happens in our bloodstream, where this fellow sends, this bacteria sends a Arunastra, and that fellow immediately the white blood corpuscle produces opposite chemical and tries to counter it. So the body system protection, that protection is going on by these, through these white blood corpuscles. Who created them? How did he know that they are going to be bacteria and it has to be countered? And this mysterious ability of the white blood corpuscle to produce chemicals that are exactly opposite and counter has not. Nobody knows which bacteria will enter. Some bacteria enters and it has got the ability to produce poisonous chemicals. And this white blood corpuscle, how does it know that this is going to produce? And when it produces only you can know. And when it produces, in no time it is producing counter chemical means it must have a yogic power of knowing what is that chemical and its structure and all that, and must produce a chemical which will counteract that. Now the doctor, researchers in the medical field, they describe all this, but they don't accept this mysterious power. They say nature is doing that. It is something like saying, you put a heap of bricks here and cement bags there, the building will come up. The bricks will arrange themselves, the cement also will go in between. Gradually the building will rise. Suppose somebody says that. Will it be meaningful? Suppose you train a monkey typewriting and it goes on typewriting and the Ramayana will come out of it. A Valmiki is necessary. Not even human beings, everybody cannot produce a Ramayana. Only Valmiki people can produce it. A Vyasa Maharshi is necessary. He written 18 Puranas, classified Vedas, written commentary on these things. How can anybody do it? Anybody and everybody cannot do it. All are not equal. So anyway, the examining of vichara, we are doing Atma vichara or Atma Parisodhana. Mysterious powers of Atma is being demonstrated by the scientists in various ways. And the physiological activities that are going on in the bodies of living organisms are the perfect evidence to say that some mysterious, highly intelligent, highly knowledge, infinite knowledge, these are the characteristics of Brahman, they describe. Infinite knowledge, infinite love, infinite capacity, energy. These are the characteristics of Satchidananda Brahman. They are also the characteristics of the Atma Swarupam, Jivatma, present in all the Jivas, because it is like the Paramatma in all the things. Just like, as the example I gave, the ocean and the waves. The wave is salt water, the ocean also is salt water. But we say wave, small wave, big wave, this, that, and all these terms we use. Also we say, this man is great, that man is not so great, he is a poor fellow, he is a rich fellow. We use such terms to differentiate the jivas among human beings and classify them. But if you go on inside and see what this extraordinary person, the king or the high scientist or the knowledge person or rich person is, he is ultimately made of Satchidananda. Satchidananda is the nature. That is what we discovered yesterday when we tried to analyze what this ion is. We examine and investigate, do research on this ion. What is it? Where is it? How is it? Why is it? And so on. There are 6 questions which can ask. what, why, where, how and so on. If you ask same questions regarding the I, you will know the secret of I and you will find that it is a mysterious power. Now where is this I am? Where is this I am in you? Where is it? Don't know? Atma, all right. Where is it in the body? Only body?
Everywhere around.
Everywhere is the answer we got. We said I am is equal to Sat and Chit. Sat means existence, Chit means awareness. And everybody, names and forms are there, but along with that it exists. I am aware of its existence. That means Sat and Chit also is there. It exists. I am aware of its existence. Sat and Chit is there. It exists. I am aware of its existence. Awareness is there. Yes?
Guruji, what is the relation between Sat-Chit and sense organs? Though like Sat and Chit is everywhere, a blind man cannot see a cell phone and his
He cannot
sense
see
organs-
cell phone. He can feel, isn't it?
But yeah,
He can walk here
that
and
is
there and
also
say
like-
this is door, this is wall, etc.
Again, that is like skin is one more sense organ. Like it should be active.
Very good. Since it is the organ by which it is becoming aware of
Ear
something.
should be, eardrum should be active. Like
Exactly. These are instruments through which we learn. We also learn the same thing, isn't
So
it?
for a
Without
human
ears
being-
and eyes, you say you cannot hear and all that.
so, for a
But-
person, if 5 sense organs are like not functioning,
Yes.
though Sat-Chit is around, like he can't appreciate Nama and Rupa.
He can't appreciate, you say. How do you know? Do you know what the feelings are in the case of now that Keller, who is that Helen Keller or somebody, a blind lady. Now she could do wonderful things. There are people who do PhDs, blind people.
Yeah, blind people cannot see, only whatever they touch they feel.
Yes.
There is like cut off, whatever like Chakshur
We have
can
just
do,
now
that is
seen.
cut off.
We have just now seen that every one of us are unable to feel what is going on in every part of the body. 172 times the beatings is there every minute. You are not aware. Why? Don't you know that you exist? Are you not aware? You have that. Sat and Chit is there. You yourself is the evidence for that. Every person who says, I am walking, I am sitting, I am standing, he is saying, what is he saying? He says, I exist, I am aware of my existence. But all this analysis goes into the brain of that particular lady who is there, who is worker. She doesn't. Even you did not think about all these things till yesterday. Were you thinking about I am a Sat and Chit previously? Only now because I am talking about it, now you say, yes, it seems to be like that and so on. And now you are saying, where is this I am? You say it is everywhere. Could you have said that this I am is everywhere? Can those people who are on the street, can they say it? You go and ask anybody in your hostel, where is this I am? They will invariably say that it is somewhere in the body. Is it not so? That is your condition. Till day before yesterday, that was your condition. Only yesterday and today, you are now talking, this I am is everywhere. How did you know? Was it not there previously? It was there. And Atma is everywhere, in everybody, but nobody is talking about Atma. Even now, if I ask you, what is your name? Would you say Purana? Or you will say, I am Satchidananda.
Protoplasm. Protoplasm.
You will say Protoplasm. But not Satchidananda. Even though I tell you, I convince you, you agree also.
Physical
But
protoplasm.
you forget it immediately. But this you remember always. Why? You have been trained that way from the childhood. And you have been doing that since several births. It's so strong. At midnight I wake you. Who are you? You will tell I am Surana, this or that. Not Satchidananda. Even though I may say 100 times you are Satchidananda. 100 times I try to prove that you are Satchidananda. But you will hear, and soon after this hour, 2 to 3 is over. Just forget about it. Why? Why? You are talking about blind people. What about you? Are you blind? Are you deaf? You have been hearing all these things. You have been thinking. You have been accepting all this as quite right, okay. But when practically things come, you are not forgetting. That is why during these 7 days I have been now and then asking you to know whether you are remembering your true name or not. Now anyway.
But Swamiji, if the whole world starts behaving like this, It will not work at all. No?
Right? It will work efficiently.
No, but everybody will start.
Now, for
Everybody will start
example,
thinking, I
for
am not
example,
me. I am
husband and wife
Satchidananda.
are there, they quarrel. But now they remember that they are Satchidananda, each of them. Is they quarrel? See, my
Never happened,
my teeth
Guruji.
bite my lips, suppose. Will I kick away the teeth? Simply because it has bitten my teeth, because it is mine. My son has stolen gold ornaments in my house, and I know that. He secretly took it and went away. Now what? He is the only son. What will I pray? Will I go to the police station and report my son has taken, you please arrest him? No. Because he is my son. I love him. So the gold goes, let it go. I will earn again. But my son goes. I may not get again a son. So what's happening here? So you find things are there, working, things are different, and anyway, we have to solve this problem because it is intimately related to Ananda. We want Ananda. Everybody wants peace and happiness. That is what he wants. That is why he is struggling. Only this fellow is a blind fellow, ignorant fellow, fool and idiot, and so he is going in the wrong direction. So getting into the Calcutta train, he got into the Madras train, the opposite direction. That's what's happening. And now in the yoga classes, the yogis and rishis have been telling him, my dear friend, you are going in the wrong direction, that is not the way to get happiness. You go within. You are happiness. Your name is happiness. You are searching for yourself. Like that Kasturi Mruga. See, that Kasturi Mruga has got Kasturi in its own belly. But he doesn't know that. He is going searching everywhere. Where is this nice smell coming? And so on. So also, happiness is within you. That is you. Your name is happiness. Satya Chita Ananda is you. But you don't know. You don't know about I am. And so you are searching everywhere. You think, if I got a house, I will be happy. House comes. The taxes increase. Again you will increase the taxes and so on. You got a car, happy. And the car met with an accident and unhappy. You got a nice body. You met with an accident. 2 bones are born, side bones. What happens? Unhappy. What is your unhappiness? 2 bones are lost. Body, 2 bones are lost. When you say like that, this is my body, my bones. If somebody's bones are broken, you don't worry. But if your bone, 1, 2 bones are broken, you are unhappy because you say it is my bone. So, all this will not give you happiness. This is the experience of the entire world. Go and ask anybody, however rich he may be, are you peaceful? And peace is not there, but I want everything. I want everything, but no shanti. All rich people, Maharajas come. They come. See, one Mysore Maharaja came. He wanted to tell his problems to Ramana. But Ramana has no private interview. He always sits openly in that sofa in the hall. If anybody wants to say, they are there. They go and tell the office people. Somehow he arranged Ekanta meeting with him. He will give some money for the ashram, plenty of money. Then what can we do? He did that way. He doesn't give private interviews to anybody. But he go and tell. But there is the bathroom. When he goes to for bath, he will be alone. Only servant will be there. If you want, we will permit you to stand inside near the door, back side of the door. When he enters, then you appear and tell whatever. That is the only thing we can do. He agreed. It was in the bathroom, he was standing, and Bhagavan entered. And then he appeared and I can't tell my personal things there by such person. So I took this, please excuse me. And then narrated his own problems, whatever it be. But the point is, he is a Maharaja, whereas this Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi is a Kaupinadhari, not even dress for him. And he lived on begging for many, many years. And this rich man and holding a position comes what for? No peace of mind. Shanti is necessary. Everybody wants peace of mind. And they go to these beggars. They call the saints or Swamis or Yogis. Peace they want. You cannot purchase it. You cannot get it anywhere. Because it is already there within you. You are that. Only by your mistaken identification with the body, mind complex, you are getting into all these troubles. Because there is a body, you want a house, you want a wife or a husband. Because there is a body. Suppose there is no body, you will not ask all these things. No kitchen necessary. You will be happy. What should you do? Nothing. You should not do anything. But it is so difficult. Last time I was having this class in Vivekananda Ashram in Secunderabad. 3 M.Tech or B.Tech students came. They participated. At the end I asked them, who are you and all that. And they said, we are all B.Tech completed, we are searching for a job. I said, I will give you a job in my ashram. You can come. We will give you food, we will give you accommodation, everything free. But your job is, you must keep quiet. You must sit in the Jhan Mandir for 3 hours or 6 hours. Keep quiet. Oh Swami, it is difficult. We have tried here these 7 days. It's not easy. We can't accept that job. Now it is 3:20. Now there is much more to talk about. Because of bloodstream, etc., there are separate books only on blood. The book says. And we talk so many things there. And suppose an injury takes place here. Cut. And this will be sealed. The scalp will be formed in a short time. But before that, bacteria may enter. And you may do something. But even at later on, you must find that scalp being formed. And to form that, there is what is called fibrins. Fibrin is thread-like bodies. It is produced by fibrinogen. That is a molecule produced elsewhere. And it has to be transported through the bloodstream itself. And it comes here, seals it. Chlorine takes place. But before it reaches here, it must be, the right amount must come. If there is more, it will not be useful. If it is less, it will not be useful. The right amount of fibrin should come. And it comes through the blood itself, where it will not clot. Here it comes and stops the blood flow out. Now you see what precision is necessary in deciding the amount, in deciding the place where it is. How does it know that fibrin is transported here and delivered here only? It doesn't go to any other place to sealing and do the sealing job. It will be useless. It must come here at the right moment. Suppose it comes after 1 year, no use. It must come immediately and then right amount to the right place and do the job. And this is being done wherever there is insulin. And it requires a lot of intelligence. And this Atma Shakti is mysteriously everywhere. So automatically things are taking place. And all organs are working as if there is a master immediately supervising their activities. So this is what you see at every stage. In Annamaya Kosha we have mentioned about Atma Shakti in so many times. In Pranamaya Kosha we are doing it. And in Manomaya Kosha we will do it. And in Vijnanamaya Kosha and finally in Anandamaya Kosha we see this mysterious power called Atma Shakti or Chaitanya Shakti or Chit Shakti is operating as if it is directly present, directly supervising that particular activity, whether it is Prana Shakti or the mind or something else. Alright, now we have got 10 minutes time. You please go and refresh yourself and come back. And again we will be in the battle. So we will add 2 more. That is, one is observing the pulsation in the bloodstream. And the other thing is more gross That is observing this breath. And while observing the breath, you also have better count it. Though we are not recording it, if you count it, you may know whether there is any change in the 70s.